What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. Finally done with my move, ready to grind out some content, and in this video, we're gonna be breaking down Pika's advantage. It's super broken, it needs to be fixed. We're gonna listen to what some pro players have to say about it. We're gonna listen to Tyson talk about ping, your boy Tens, and different suggestions for changing abilities in the community. We're gonna break it all down, but if you want to be featured on one of these videos, ask a question, make a suggestion, a balance change, or anything you want down below, and maybe I'll include it. But let's jump right in, kicking it off with Tens talking about the ping difference at the pro level, and this can actually apply to even your games depending on what your ping is. So let's play this clip. Let's roll it.
So the thing about ping in the pro level is like everyone is so close in skill at the pro level that honestly at the end of the day, like the deciding factor actually could just be like ping, because your shots register like actually like a second. Out of the 8 players, all of them had like 10 ping, and then there was like me and Zekin, and we were chilling with like 60. I was like, holy shit. I shit you not, it was impossible to win a single gunfight. Like I could not take a fair gunfight at all and win it. I had to be the biggest weasel and play like a piece of shit. Like I wasn't allowed to like peek and get away with my aim. Like actually ping is crazy.
Now, basically, what Tyson is saying is that the pro level, because everyone's skill is very similar together, if you are not on a good ping, even having just like a 20-30 ping difference, you just can't compete or take a fair gunfight. Now, this is not your excuse to go and say, hey, I would be freaking radiant if I was on 1 ping. No, that's not what Tyson is saying at all. What he is saying, though, is that you could be up against someone of equal skill level, or you could even be a little bit better than them, and you could be losing consistently because of the ping difference. This is one of the biggest reasons why Riot has made such a big deal at trying to put servers in every single region, because the lower you can get the pings and the more consistent you can get the pings across the people you're playing with, the better and more fair the matches are going to be. Because if one person is sitting at like 11 ping and one person is sitting at like 60 ping, that shit is just blatantly not fair. You're going to be playing Jet, dashing on your screen, but on their screen you're not even moving, and that's definitely frustrating. Definitely let me know down below what your personal experiences on ping difference is, and do you think it's a problem that needs to be solved? I want to know your opinion about all that and why. Now, the next thing that we got to talk about is talking about a Brimstone proposed change that blew up on Reddit. Now, we've talked on this channel about replacing Brimstone's stim beacon, but the suggestion was replacing it with a trophy system. And for those of you who are not familiar, a trophy system is something that you would throw down and it would potentially eat all projectiles. And this would be very important to go up against lineups, right? Different mollies, different shock darts. It could basically shoot them out of the sky, and that's what a stim beacon would do. Now, you could probably balance this in a way to where maybe it would only destroy 2 or maybe 1 maximum, but it might make Brimstone just like a must pick, way too powerful. I think Brimstone is just like a couple of steps away for being really good and really viable. He's not actually that bad now. He's decent to fill to, but if they actually replace Stim Beacon with that powerful of an ability, I think all of a sudden he would just be like a must pick top tier, but it would definitely be a really cool ability for sure. But I want to hear your opinion about that. Do you think that that would be something that you would like on Brimstone and you would like a counter to the lineup meta, or do you think that that goes a little bit overboard? Let me know down below, and while you're there, go check out the GameLeap website for more tips and tricks. Now, the last thing that we need to talk about is definitely Pika's advantage, and this is definitely very controversial. A lot of people hate it, but here's what Pro Elige has to say about Pika's advantage. Let's roll it. We're going to talk about it.
What do you think about Pika's advantage? I think it's good to have Pika's advantage.
Earlier, like, we let it tick once. I think that kind of got us fucked.
You know how hard it would be to like play a game that has 0 Pika's advantage? People are asking for something that they don't even like understand like what they're asking for. You would have to like use utility to get anyone off of any angle. It's just not even possible to play like that.
So essentially what he's saying is that Pika's advantage is something that is necessary for a game like this, because if you didn't have Pika's advantage, you would just be able to hold an angle, and anyone that comes into that angle, you'll be able to shoot them first, and you'll be able to really easily kill them, because in the time that they peek that angle and try to stop, you're already going to be able to shoot them and kill them, and the only way for them to take those angles is with utility. And this is honestly just 100% correct. That's one of the things about Piku's advantage that people don't understand, is that it's like a necessary evil, right? For one, it's really difficult to get rid of just in general, but for two, if you don't have Piku's advantage, holding angles becomes incredibly powerful. Even if you know where an enemy is most likely at, right? You need to peek them and you counter strafe perfectly and you have your crosshair ready to go. By the time you are showing your body, you're stopping, you're counter strafing, they can already see you, they can already shoot you. You don't have any Piku's advantage to protect you during that transitionary phase. And onto that, to the fact that you really can't pre-fire angles unless you know 100% an enemy is there. And even then, it might be a little bit risky if they could have potentially moved, because if you try to pre-fire an angle and an enemy's not there and then they swing off your fire, before you're accurate again, an enemy could basically kill you and you're instantly punished for even trying to do that. So a certain amount of Piku's advantage is actually good, but it does get a little bit extreme to the point when people start having these really high ping numbers. The Piku's advantage is just way too massive, and that just goes back to the first topic of the video, where they're trying to get everyone to have very similar ping, and lower is always better if everyone can be playing at a very low ping, because that's something that Riot has said a long time ago. If you're ever in a lobby with someone with a giant amount of ping, both you and them will automatically have more Piku's advantage. So if everyone in your lobby has like 10 ping, but there's one person on the enemy team that has like 150, that person when peeking you will have more than average Piku's advantage, and you when peeking that person would have more than average Piku's advantage. So the suggestion I'd give to you is play more aggressive in that scenario, but hopefully this happens to you few and far between and everyone has similar ping. But let me know your experience down below. We'll go to the GameLeap website for VOD reviews, where it's, in my opinion, the best way to climb, where you see step by step exactly what a player does in their games that you can better emulate and learn, so that you can improve your game sense and everything that you need to climb. But thank you so much for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the video. I love y'all faces, and I'll see you next time.